So let's talk about your upcoming CD, which by the time people see this, it will already be out. It's being released January 16th, correct?
That's right.
So tell us about the process. Tell us about the label itself, Broadmoor, and from start to finish, what you learned from your prior work. And
well, Broadmoor is the label that the first Autumn Defense record was released under that name. So it's just kind of continued as a label for John's projects. John and his sister did a record a couple of years ago that me and several of the other Autumn Defense guys worked on.
Right.
It's on that, so it's really kind of it's sort of the in the family label, and we decided to do this new release on Broadmoor as well, and kind of keep it under our umbrella.
And
what does that mean? I mean, explain the whole concept of having this own label. I mean,
well,
what does that mean?
Everybody kind of is doing it now because it really, as retail kind of stops happening in terms of like record sales, it's just a way for you to keep. I mean, ultimately, it's a way for you to keep your masters and just not. Yeah, kind of. If you have a certain budget, you can kind of do everything that an independent label can do. We learned that that's not always true. That great independent labels are indispensable, and but it is a way that you can at least monitor things. You can you have no one to blame but yourself ultimately if things don't work, and being a full-time whatever musician, it does leave the time to kind of do take care of these things with help, which my sister's involved in.
What was going into the CD? Was there any particular thought that you wanted to create that was different than what you had done in the past? Was there a vibe you were going for? Like what was the philosophy in making this?
I don't think we really had we didn't really have a specific MO.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make another record.
Right.
And we knew that we wanted to make it with our friends Greg Wiz on drums and Brad Jones on bass, guys that we've worked with a lot, and so I think it was really just wanting to get in there and see what would happen.
Growing up, it was a big investment to buy an album, right? And so you were kind of forced to listen to the whole thing, and you bought it usually for one poppy gem, and that you hated it after 2 listens, and then you really got into the album as a whole. But that's gone away now because when people hear a song they like, they go and download it and ignore the rest of the body. So did you make this album with the intent of this being kind of this single body of work, intended to be listened to as a snapshot in time?
Totally.
Yeah?
I think we've approached everything like that.
We're not really a singles band necessarily.
As you will find out.
And those are the kinds of records that we love, and that you're talking about, those records that you put on and they have a mood from start to finish. They kind of create this one feeling that you go to when you want that feeling, you go to that record.
Everyone talks about the iTunes generation being a real singles sort of, but there are a lot of people out there that are looking for the album experience.
Well, that's good. Well, it's good to see this resurgence of this type of music. Now, I have to ask, because every time that you see one of your names, you also see a multi-instrumentalist next to it, invariably, and we're going to get back to that, too. So why didn't you just go the easy route and do this all yourself, record all the instruments yourself?
Well, drums, for one.
I mean, there's multi-instrumentalists, and then there's being able to play everything, which we can't do. So.
And where'd you guys record this one?
We recorded it here in Chicago. And some of the strings and flutes we did in Nashville at Brad's studio.
Actually, this piano is on the record.
Is it really?
This very piano.
Yeah, it's on the new Autumn Defense record.
What's the name of the studio, Mike?
Have Not Music.
It is? Yeah. This is called Have Not? Okay. Well, this is a studio of Have Not Records, which is our partner in the new Autumn Defense record. So it's actually on Broadmoor/Have Not.
Now, did you play it for the main part? Did you play it live, or did you play it or lay down different tracks? And
we did pretty much most of the record was live, and replacing things here and there.
Right.
But always the live sensibility, dictated everything.
Yeah, the basic track's done
That's
kind
good.
of as a band.
Right.
There's quite a bit of post-production compared
Right.
to the other records, and that was something that was great actually to dig in a little more. The other records did sort of have a live, like an overriding live feel to them. This one, I think we just took the time to craft the sounds a little bit more.
Well, I'm going to embarrass you guys right now because there's some early reviews that have come out that I was able to track down. One quote, "Stunningly beautiful self-titled third CD." That's pretty impressive.
Is that Architectural Digest? No.
Another, and I quote, "Considering the growth and maturity the group has shown over the course of its 3 releases, the Autumn Defense clearly is on the verge of matching the brilliance of Wilco's work, note for note."
Wow.
That's what
nice.
I say,
Wow.
It's pretty
Wow.
impressive. Huh?
Wow,
And then
that's-
there's another one too. "The only possible missing element is the presence of local wonder kid / virtuoso Frank LaPlante on drums." So I made that up. That's not true. So
It says skin. It says skins.
I know. I
there, too.
changed it. I'm like, you know what?
If you had said Skins, we
I
might
did
have
write
let
that.
you
Yeah.
play.
There goes for this. My mock spontaneity here. That was written down, and I did change it from spin.